So
yeah, I'm more like the sucker because they found somebody that would agree to. All right, here we go with Thunder and Thursday, folks.
Yes, it is Thundering Thursday until Easter Sunday. Then we go back to Fandango Friday.
yes, we are.
And anyway, I was going to say something. Oh, anyway, I can't remember. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to get up a few times to go check on a certain personality out there because I don't know what that personality is going to do.
Tasmanian devil.
I can't trust that. I can't trust that animal. Anyway, I have the party bucket. It's getting low, but don't worry. I got a 20 bottle resupply. But here's the party bucket. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I was
ready.
I had to buy a new lawnmower today, but I should have known better because I nursed the other lawnmower for 19 years. So what do you expect?
Hey, Jay. When I lived in Mobile, and of course when I moved and I gave the lawnmower away, well, around 2019, the lawnmower that I had lasts me. I bought it in 2013, and it lasts me up until 2019.
Well, mine I bought in 2003. 03, but I had to buy a new one. All right, I know what this is. I know what this is because I feel it. I can feel it.
Yeah, and I can't believe your bucket's getting low.
Whole Jägermeister cold brew.
I could feel that square glass bottle, so I knew what it was when I reached in there. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left in the bucket for the resupply now. So Jägermeister cold brew. I bought that at the local store, Mathern. So
did you have the lawnmower where you had to go?
Yeah.
Keep on pulling the cable.
It started fine. It was just too worn out, and they're not made to last. So just to get 19 years out of it was nice. But now they're so expensive. When I bought it, it was cheap. All right. Anyway, James has something tonight.
You have a rider mower now?
Oh no, I just push it.
Oh, okay.
I prefer. Well, my yard's not big too. At that time, I lived in mower. I push mower.
You've been in my yard, John. You know I could just push a mower.
So you don't have like acreage that you gotta.
Oh,
you need
no.
a rider mower.
No.
Oh, and I have the website up. I have Tequila Corazon.
Oh yeah.
Single estate tequila blanco, which is the lightest one I have. All right, I got the
baby. The Gerber baby.
No, it's not for Gerber. It's not for babies. People out there, don't get the wrong idea. So it is a blanco, and
we're doing fine, San Diego Brew. We're doing fine, San Diego Brew Review. Galaxy Fire Thunder. Hello, Bart.
Bart, hey, Jason. On the mower for close to 10 years, and with regular maintenance, it runs like no. Well, it's a Honda.
Yeah. Hey, Jason. My problem was I was using the gasoline from the gas station, and they told me no. It's got ethanol, the corn liquor in it, the corn alcohol. You cannot use that. You have to use pure gasoline. And when I started using pure gasoline, it ran a lot better, but it was too much damage on it.
You change the oil routinely, right, from time to time, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, all of that. It's just and I had it set too low. I wanted my yard to look like a golf course, and it kept hitting roots. And it's stupid, like it doesn't need to look like a golf course. Popeye's chicken with Oling. Oh, okay.
I like Popeye's chicken, the spicy, crunchy, crispy with the smashed potatoes brown gravy with the pork in it.
Yeah, that's good.
Beans and rice. They have great mac and cheese.
Now, James,
yeah,
their recipes are still developed in Metairie, Louisiana. The Popeye
really? Okay.
Popeye sold their company, but they kept the rights to the recipes for all the spices and the mixes. So the sons of the owner, they have a laboratory in a high-rise hotel where they develop all the spices for the company. And secondly, the town where Popeyes was started, Araby, Louisiana, was 50 years ago, was hit by a tornado Tuesday, and it really wiped out a bunch of streets. It was very strong, killed one 25-year-old guy. He was found laying down the street with his dead dog close to him. It blew his house up like smithereens.
Baldwin County down in Alabama went through a major some damage as well. So yeah, these storms, you know.
Yeah. So the home of Popeye's chicken was hit with a bad storm. All right, and let's see one more thing.
And do they have a recipe for their delicious buttermilk biscuits?
Oh, those biscuits are awesome.
It's a secret recipe. Oh, you know, I'll say this: in the 1970s, before Popeye sold out to the corporate company, they used to have hot chicken and mild. And I'm telling you, before they became a nationwide company, the hot would bring you to one knee. But they had to make it milder for the national audience. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, if you go to any fast food and you ask for the hottest hot sauce, the hottest hot sauce is actually less hot than ordinary Tabasco or whatever. It's not really hot because the Americans, the average American, is a baby. You know, they cry. They're very delicate. You know, and but anyway, 80 proof, 40% alcohol. They don't really. They say a lot about their cultivation of the agave and the whole process of making it, but as far as this goes, it says here single estate blanco, color is silver, aroma. I don't know where they get this from. Baked pineapple, roasted jalapeno, and tangerine zest explode on the nose of this complex tequila. Well, we'll see, you know. Taste. The palate has an iodine mineral tone and a creamy texture that fills the mouth. Well, if you pour enough in your mouth, you'll fill your mouth. And leads into an invigorating, spicy finish. Aging. Unaged. Whatever that means. I guess it means unaged. Accolades. 2019 Ultimate Spirits Challenge. Says 92 out of 100 points. Excellent. Highly recommended. 2019 Los Angeles International Spirits Competition. Gold medal, best of category. And then World Tequila. 2019 World Tequila Awards, Best Blanco. And then, of course, they have others. Light amber and medium amber and dark amber. And as far as single estate goes, so that's all they really say on this. So might as well take it away.
I'm listening to you. Somebody tried to call me, and I said I'm doing a hangout. He said, "All right."
They're always, unless they call you because they're home at this time.
Well, just probably driving home from work, wanted to talk. But okay, Jean, what do you have? I'm gonna put it in the banners.
All right, if I could just get the thing just to on my website. Okay, here it is now. I have Rich Amber Canadian whiskey.
Oh,
Rich
yes.
Canadian whiskey, 40% ABV, 80 proof. I don't think we did this, Jay. Did we? You and me and David? I don't know. It might be, or something in the other box.
We did the Rich and Rare Reserve.
Okay, all right. So this is the original Rich and Rare Canadian whiskey. Poured in my glass. I ain't gonna try not to sip a lot of it, but there it is, straight, and there you go. Okay. It says full flavored of peppery, clean oak, hints of rose petals, dark fruit, and tangy orange. So,
Yeah, I know a little bit about that product. It was introduced in 1962 by a company called Gooderheim Distilling, but Gooderheim was a family-owned company that got bought out as usual. So now it's owned by someone else. I don't want to say the word. All right.
is it Zazarat?
I told you I didn't want to say the word. All right.
Yeah, I'm chasing it with, of course. I just had a sausage sandwich. I got another one, of course, chasing it with a old school PBR.
Oh, good. Yeah, I have the
I'm not
Gibson's
going anywhere. I'm home just after. I'm home for Washington.
Yeah, I have to go somewhere. So yeah, the Gibson's finest is not as good as you would think after 12 years of aging, in my opinion. All right. Anyway, so let me see if I can find the
Strong.
I had to go get Orange because she decided she wanted to get inside the kitchen cabinets and knock over all the steak sauce.
Oh, she knows how to. She pours the door of the cabinet and gets it open.
She got in there and the sauce was coming down, and she was like, I was just climbing around. Okay.
Jeez.
Anything high, like the other day, I heard some crying. I kept hearing crying. And I was like, where's this crying coming from? And I was looking for the cat. I looked all over the house, and then she was on top of the refrigerator and couldn't figure out how to get down.
She was up there, and yeah, because it's not a tree with the bark, it's smooth. And
right. So she was way up on top of the refrigerator and going, mee, mee. I said, oh boy, can't get down, but you can get up.
It's like having a 2-year-old running around.
It's really, I was reading an article about cats, and they said a cat is like a cat that becomes a pet is adult kitten. It's like extended kittenhood. They never grow up. They just
No, they
whine,
don't. No, they whine, and mine used to blink their eyes when they really wanted something. They would sit and stare at me and blink, keep on blinking.
And the one I'm talking about got on my lap this morning, so she was on my pajama pants doing this.
Oh, the kneading, like they're making pizza. They're kneading pizza dough.
Right. Okay. Enough of that. Now I'm going to go to the screen share. I've never had this product in my life, folks. I've never had it. I have no preconceived notions, except that I know it's going to be coffee-like. I have enough sense to know that. It was not cheap, but I wouldn't have bought it. Okay, New Beat, shake and serve at negative 18 degrees Celsius, which means below freezing. So I have it pretty cold, but not that cold. It says, inspired by the innovative, ever-changing drink scene, we instinctively knew how a drop of Jägermeister and a backbeat of cold brew coffee could transform any night. The inevitable result of the enviable result, a brand new mix, Jägermeister cold brew coffee, a unique fusion of Jägermeister's 56 botanicals and intense cold brew coffee.
At least they don't say it explodes in your mouth and on your nose. Like mine is supposed to explode. Yeah.
Classic herbal liqueur with a generous helping of strong roasted Arabica coffee and a hint of chocolatey cacao. And it's funny, if you read the history of the word cacao, there was a British scientist in the 1800s in Africa, and he found cocoa trees. So he wrote back a report, and he said, oh, yes, jolly good. I found cocoa trees. But he wasn't very good at spelling. So he spelled it cacao. And the people back in London said, cacao, what is that? So they wrote it out, and then the name stuck. But he was really trying to write cocoa.
Well, I heard another story where either the Aztecs or the Mayans used to make a hot beverage with chili pepper of the cocoa bean, and I know Hawaii grows some pretty
Right,
high.
yeah, right. The Aztecs had the coffee, but they didn't have sugar, so everything was bitter. All right. So stop sharing. They use 56 botanicals, but you'll never know what they are because obviously it's like KFC. It's a secret ingredient. I watched an interview with Colonel Sanders the year before he died, and he was saying, he said, well, when I made my chicken recipe, I used, what do you say, sausage spices?
And go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, he didn't use normal chicken spices. He said, I use sausage, chicken, and beef. Like he used things that weren't supposed to be used, and then it caught on.
In the
He made it in
beginning,
the gas station kitchen. He made it in the kitchen in the back of the gas station.
right? A pressure cooker. He made those. I remember hearing the story about Colonel Sanders. Yeah.
Well, breakfast sausages are flavored with sage, I believe. Like your Jimmy Dean, your patties, and all that. They use sage.
I just think that fried chicken, to me, it's so good hot out of the grease. And then, all due respect to the Popeyes, I know they're good, and churches. I wish there was a churches up here. And Jay, when you go to Mobile, please try Hart's Chicken. That is as good as it gets. I'd rather go to the local mom and pop chicken places.
Yeah, well, but Colonel Sanders, he said, yeah, I didn't even start this until I was in my 47 years old. He said, he said in the interview, he said, it took me a long time for my ship to come in.
Yeah.
By the time he started enjoying the money, he was old,
And I bet they use lard. I bet the old timers use lard to deep fry their.
Oh, they've changed the recipe. They changed that recipe. Okay. Enough of that. All right. So there's 56 botanicals, but we'll never know what they are because, like I was saying, KFC, it's a secret recipe. You're never going to find out the formula. You could make a pretty good guess, though, probably. Okay. But I'm not going to try to make the guess because it's too complicated. And I don't know enough about botanicals. All right. I just know this comes from Germany. I know that my uncle's married to a German woman, and she says people in Germany consider this a medicine.
Mm-hmm.
They don't drink it like an alcoholic drink. They drink it after dinner if their stomach is upset or something like that.
I think it was invented in a monastery, Jägermeister. Very old, like back in the Middle Ages.
Yeah. And then the modern one is from the 1800s. All right, cheers, y'all. Let's go with the taste.
Cheers.
Okay, let me let you out before you bust through the screen. Come on.
I defrosted the last of the split pea soup with smoked ham hocks, and I made the brown basmati rice in the Chinese steam pot. So that is what I'm gonna eat. I think.
Yeah, I just made me a sausage, and I got another sausage. There's a Italian chicken sausage from Trader Joe's.
Sorry about that.
I think I had that. I usually get the family pack of the Italian hot sausage, and because I like this particular ShopRite supermarket, the pork is really lean. There's no gristle in it. It's not fatty.
Sorry about that. I had to make the fanatic go outside. The fanatic. All right. Her boyfriend was out by the woods this morning. I said, uh-oh. Sure. All right. Like a normal woman, she was paying him no mind. Well, if you're thinking of super deluxe intense coffee, you're not going to get it. This is not really coffee forward. There is a coffee element to it. But I would say it's not really profound. The main flavor you get is still that Jägermeister medicinal. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've had that like black licorice type.
Yeah, that Robitussin, whatever, cough syrup tasting.
I don't know why people hate Jägermeister. I think it's fine. I think a lot of people hate it because they when they were younger they got very stupid and drank like half the bottle. It's not designed for that. You know, this little 50 I can speak. This 50 milliliter bottle is designed for basically one day, and you move on. It's not.
Well,
You know,
it's not. It's not as bad as castor oil, you know, or anything like that.
right. It's
Cod
nice.
oil.
This is a nice little variant.
Yeah, but there's no generous amount of coffee, like the website said.
Well, the coffee is like underneath. You know, I'm saying no coffee, but it's coming in. You know, so these Germans, you know, the Germans do everything like real fine and careful, and Americans we're used to like, give me my balloon, give me my balloon, and the Germans are like, these Americans are so.
I took a friend of mine from England to one of my favorite buffets over here, and he's all he kept saying was, "Good Lord, oh my God, I've never seen so much food in my life." I says, "You Americans, you eat such large portions of everything. Even your soda, even your iced tea, even your beverages are huge." I go, "Yeah, that's what we do."
And then the Americans will always say, I have a metabolism problem. And I say, yeah, you got to.
My glands, oh, my thyroid.
You really have a volume intake problem. But anyway, all right. I like this a lot. It's quite unusual. I don't know how on earth anybody could drink too much of it because 50 milliliters is about all you can take. It's very intense. It's I mean, if you drank too much of this and got sick, you'd be really sick, and you would deserve to be sick, and deserve to suffer. Yeah, it's fine. I like it a lot. Will I ever drink it again in my life? Probably not, because I tried to taste different things. You know? But if somebody gave me a bottle, I wouldn't be opposed to sipping on it like I do with my what the hell features that I bring in. You know, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. But I guess I said enough. So now James P. Madonna is going to talk about this product.
Single estate. Hey, it's the transition of moving.
Yeah, but they've been having problems. They said that they were overloaded. They said the other night that they were having heavy traffic. That's why it was going slow. They admitted it.
Heavy, yeah. And sometimes if you're doing a screen share, or let's say the screen share happens to be a video, it things happen sometimes to anything that's animated, anything that's moving. Okay. The only liqueur that I could enjoy regularly is a good schnapps, like the one like the Rumpel Mints, 50. What was it? 50% alcohol by volume in the freezer. The peppermint schnapps, like a good schnapps. The Kuiper I never tried, but you know, other than that, I wouldn't go out of my way and buy a large bottle of liqueur. I just wouldn't. Okay, now
No, it's not worth it.
The aroma. Now, of course, they made a lot of claims.
Now, James, I'm showing you a page that's a little different than the page you gave me, and there's a reason I'm showing you this.
Sazerac. Sazerac bought them out, or they imported, or
probably it's probably a deal where they don't necessarily own the company, but they say, hey, you want to let us take total control of your distribution? Casa San Matias. What is that? The House of Saint Matthew?
Saint Matthias. Maybe it's Saint Matthew. Matias.
St. Matthew
You know,
House.
like
Distillery in Highland,
like San Diego, I think is is David, like Solomon's father or something. I think. Diego, it might be David. Yeah, Matthew, Matthias. But anyway, I smell that distinctive agave aroma. Okay, that only this botanical has. I'm not getting any baked pineapple or any of the other things, but let me taste it. So far, I'm getting the agave, which is a it's a sweet aroma and flavor, but there's something else about agave that makes it unique. Hey, I shut off the messenger. Why am I getting these damn notifications? Ring, ring. Damn Zuckerberg. Anyway, it's good. I mean, it's a very smooth tequila, and it gave me a stomach of fire. It's not flavored, so it's not sweet.
It's won awards. We are seeing the awards. It won the best white tequila in 2019. It won a gold medal at the Los Angeles International Spirits Competition. It won a 92 out of 100 on excellent, highly recommended at the 2019 Ultimate Spirits Challenge.
But this will be outstanding in frozen margaritas as a mixture, or tequila sunrise. Any kind of a cocktail requiring tequila, this will be number one. I mean, it is really good. I mean, I don't like white. I don't like white rum. And if it was up to me, I would prefer to try the dark amber, unless it was there and I didn't see it. But it is quite good for a white tequila. I mean, I wouldn't go so far and say I'm getting a blast of all those fruits. You know, what do they say? Orange rind, baked.
Yeah.
Baked pineapple, whatever. But I like the fact
that James,
yeah.
They're saying that they've been around since the 1890s. So
1890s. It's an old company, and I like before I was interrupted by Messenger, which I shut down. I like the detail in the tequila information, the process of making it, the agricultural information, the growing of the the agave, the history of the company. I like a lot of detail like this, and they show
family-owned distillery.
I think they roast the agave, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
It's roasted.
Let me click on our process. They're going to show our process. Yeah. Here's the guys unload. Here they are unloading the agave.
It's almost like when you eat an artichoke and you get to the heart of the artichoke, the center. So they must after they remove the leaves at the base on the stalk, that must be like the top of the stalk that they're putting in the truck, and that they're roasting. Interesting. They got it down to a science.
There's the barrels.
finest American oak barrels. Okay. Yeah, it's a good website explaining everything one would want to know about tequila. I think it's high quality. I am sure their dark amber is pretty damn good also. I mean, yeah. Yeah, this will make an outstanding tequila sunrise. Masumi, good morning to you,
Morning.
Masumi.
Good morning.
Yes, yes, it is
I don't know. There's just something about white clear liquor just doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm shrugging my shoulders about the white one. I try to bring something different to every show. Uh, uh, gas contain. I thought all gas contain 10% ethanol. It probably does.
No, some places sell pure gasoline. There's one place in my town that sells pure gasoline. I go there. Now, does it cost a lot more? Yeah. Does it keep my
Hey,
lawnmower from? Yeah.
does kerosene still around kerosene?
Sure. If you go to a camping supply place, I guess.
I heard the fecal matter of pigs, as in the pork industry, produces a tremendous amount of methane. Huh. There are many alternatives to energy. Pigs, forget it. I wouldn't be surprised because they have big appetites. Coca leaves. Now the Indians in South America, they chewed on those for thousands of years. That was the Incas of Peru. Yeah, they chew the leaves. Peruvians tell me the story how they would chew the leaves, and when they were back home in the Andes Mountains.
Chew the leaves, not turn them into powder and sniff them.
Yeah, the whole leaf. Yeah, right, exactly. Not isolating one ingredient in the leaves. But like Jean-Pierre said, I am not a huge fan of white alcoholic beverages, but Jaeger bomb, is that when they dump a dirty shot glass into a mug or something? It's like
I think it's when they mix Jägermeister with. I think they mix Jägermeister with like Red Bull energy drink. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's like
drinking
the most.
Some people even do vodka with Red Bull, which is like, I don't.
It's like the most disgusting game ever invented, called beer pong.
Now, Jean. Oh yeah, you're right. Now, Jean, I would like to show you the Rich and Rare website, but unfortunately, there is no Rich and Rare website.
There's none.
Hey, what a surprise! Is the company that we won't mention by their name?
Sazerac has the Rich and Rare Reserve website, but not the Rich and Rare. But it has been on the market for 60 years. It has been on the market 60 years, and it's pretty inexpensive, and it is an authentic Canadian whiskey. So go with it, and we will not interrupt. Thank you.
Yeah, so it was $3.99 for the size bottle I bought right here. So I don't know. Some say maybe you got fleeced, or maybe that's about fair for the price.
No, because you can get a full size bottle at Walmart for $7.92.
And now, if I was in Louisiana, yes. Now, and I was at Tower when I went to get what I was looking for. I really wanted to get a rye whiskey or a rye bourbon. I was looking at, but I said, okay, let me chill. It's just me, and even though I do enjoy it, I'm glad I bought this size. I'm really kind of, backing off some of these this stuff, but
yeah.
Anyway, that's another topic for another day. But anyway, here it is. Not too bad. And like, as is discussed in the, as I mentioned, that there is sort of that dark fruit flavor that I'm getting, and a little bit of an orange, tangy.
It is one of the top 20 selling Canadian whiskeys in America. Let me see if I can find it on Total Wine's website.
It's going out real smooth. Again, you get the orange taste on the tongue. You get that little burnt wood, that woody, peppery, that do definitely get that oak. But I'm getting more of the orangey than the dark fruit that it mentions in this. It's pretty good. Again, whiskey, me personally, I drink them straight. If I'm going to chase it, obviously something with a cola. I don't know if you can do a cocktail with obviously, a whiskey, with a cola, something, chaser or Sprite. But I don't know anything else you can mix whiskey with, bourbon. Maybe you can do a little mix, but I don't know. So, actually, the crowd did show up. I'm surprised. They got a good crowd out there. Gonzaga and Arkansas, like 4:00 out there on the West Coast, and
I wish I could watch it. I got to do something. Unfortunately.
But anyway, we'll go on and on. So more of the little hint of the oak, but more of the orange and the dark fruit. This is really good. I'm glad I tried this. Like I said, I should have gotten. Hopefully, I could find the rich and rare reserve in this size bottle. But yes, I did see the bottle at that place where I mentioned. And I think it was $9.99 for the bottle, and I kind of thought, really, that's a big size bottle for $10, and I guess it's viewed as, like I said, you said is a top 10, right? As you said,
it's in the top 20 Canadian whiskeys sold in the United States.
Okay, so is it more so because of the price, because it's reasonably priced, or I guess
probably
I'm looking at the price. One place is like $15.
Yeah, probably the price and the fact that it's been on the market for 60 years. Probably somebody's grandfather used to drink, something like that.
Yeah. So, but pretty decent. So when we come around, I'll give you my score of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find because Total Wine will show the description, and the description is obviously coming from the company.
Yeah. There's one website I looked at. It's called the abcfws.com/rich-rare-Canadian whiskey 779502. So
yeah, I was having trouble finding it on it's StreamYard slows down my system. So, but anyway, let me try one more time. Rich and rare. Let's see. Yeah, ABC. Yeah, okay. Let's see what they say there.
Yeah, I like that guy.
They're not writing it on their own. They're getting it from Sazerac. Let's see. Now Sazerac bought it from Barton. Barton got bought out by Sazerac in 2009, and Barton flavored with green. Let's see. Full flavored. You tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or no if this description is correct. Full flavored with peppery, clean oak, hints of rose petals, dark fruit, and tangy oranges.
That is, you are correct, sir.
All right, and there's a crown. There's a crown on the label for the Queen of Canada. All right.
But obviously in my little bottle, my little pint-sized bottle, there's none of that. So
yeah, you don't have the little neck. You don't have the neck. You don't have the neck with the Queen. All right. I'll try to I'll do the comments. We got 16 minutes left where I have to do the hard finish. Got to call my friend back. I don't know what he wants on the phone. He called me this morning.
Was it Dave? Is it David?
I'm drinking water right now. Yeah, and Dave called me when I was he called me at the wrong time because I was doing my review of Founders KBS Hazelnut.
I'm going to be on the lookout for that this weekend. I know a spot in Sandy Springs. They got a lot of KBS stuff and singles. It's way in the back, so I'll be checking it out, trying to find it.
But that aggravated me to no end because I paid a lot of money for that 4-pack. I paid a lot of money for a 4-pack, not a 6-pack. A 4-pack.
I saw that 4-pack today, and it was like at least about what, $20-something at least.
Yeah, and when I read the description on the side of the bottle, you know what it said?
What?
Artificial flavors.
That made you not happy. I am not happy. That made me not happy.
Not a good thing.
I like drama.
Almost as bad as government. What is that?
FD and C, yellow number 5.
Yellow number 5.
It's like if you bought a $70,000 Cadillac car and then you find out that you say, oh, look at these beautiful leather seats. And the man tells you at the dealership, well, it's not leather, but it's imitation leather.
All right. Did you know that when Ricardo Montalban said rich Corinthian leather for the Chrysler Cordoba, did you know that doesn't exist? That was fake.
What?
I watched the documentary on YouTube, and the Chrysler Corporation said that they made it up for the commercial. They made him say rich Corinthian leather, but there is no such thing.
So Ricardo Montalban did commercials for Chrysler.
Yes, I do remember the commercial.
If you can find a better car, buy it.
You don't remember the Cordoba?
Cordoba, yeah, the Cordoba. He sounded like Bela Lugosi. The Chrysler Cordoba with rich Corinthian leather. That's exactly what he said. But there is no Corinthian leather.
Yeah, Ricardo Montalban. He was pretty smooth. And welcome to Fantasy Island.
Smiles, everyone, smiles.
I guess it sounds better than saying Chrysler Cordoba with rich Newark, New Jersey vinyl.
And then, of course, in the end, he was doing infomercials. He was doing infomercials in the end, doing infomercials for this grill,
George Foreman didn't want to get involved with the grill made by Salt and Company. His daughter nagged him into putting his signature on this grill. But the one I had, after a while, the heat distribution started going down. Like it started being more hot on one end and cool on the other end. And
I'm gonna have to ask my father. I'm gonna have to ask him, do you still have that George Foreman grill? Because they went and bought one.
They're still good. They're still selling. They're out there. You got to find it, but they're out there. Hey, I cooked a few steaks on it, and it turned out pretty good, medium rare.
You can use a waffle iron, and it does the same thing.
Hey, by the way, guys, real quick.
I'll tell you one more story. Got 12 minutes left. In 1964, my mother and my grandmother and her brother and sister, my mother's brother and sister, they drove from New Orleans, Metairie, Louisiana, all the way to New York City, to Queens. Why? What was going on in 1964 in Queens?
The World's Fair.
Right. So they drove there, and I guess it took them 2 days, and they took turns driving. My mother was a teenager, and they got to Queens, and they went to the hotel. And my grandmother was saying, I'm not buying any food. She brought a hot plate, and the hotel people said, you can't have a hot plate. She said, oh, no, I'm not going to have a hot plate. So then she was cooking all this food, and they came banging on the door. Are you cooking in that room? My grandmother said.
Was like this. Like, what's going on in there?
And my grandmother was like, do you think I would cook in this motel room? But of course she was.
Hey, were there any automats at that time? Those were pretty popular. The
All I
automats.
know, all I know is they drove from Louisiana to Queens, and they went to the World's Fair, and they stayed at a probably inexpensive roadside motel. And my grandmother, who grew up in the Great Depression, wasn't about to spend money on a restaurant food. No way.
She sounds like my grandfather. You know what's disgusting back in the day in public bathrooms is number one, the towel that goes around and around in circles that you try to dry your hands on it and you had to keep on pulling it, and then but eventually the whole thing will be nasty. And the faucet, there was a hot and cold spigots. I mean, they were separate. They were like blazing hot and ice cold, coming out of two different. Yeah, there was a lot of inconveniences back in the day.
They said they had a really good trip. Even with all that hijinks, they had a really good trip. And my mother was remarking about how Virginia had 3-lane highways. Everybody else had 4-lane highways, but Virginia wanted to save money, so they had 3-lane highways. All right. And I noticed that when I went to Virginia. So you'll be heading down the highway, and it's 2 lanes going north, and the other one is 1 lane. And then if after about 20 miles, it'll say lane switching, and then it'll switch, and then you have 1 lane, and the other ones going south have 2 lanes. I was like, wow, they're really cheapskates. They can't afford 4 lanes, so they make 3-lane highways.
Was there an I-95 in 1964 or just Route 1?
In 64, it was probably mostly the older highways with a little bit of 95.
Yeah, Route 1 was the original from Maine to Key West, Florida.
Yeah, so they probably did not take that 95 too much, because that one, 95 still not finished. Still not finished.
Well, I know I went
25 mile. There's a 25-mile gap in New Jersey, which is one reason I was late to your house. All right.
Because I know I-95 goes from GW Bridge to near Philadelphia, where Cherry Hill is, and near Philly, and then eventually it takes you to the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and you go over the Delaware.
There's a gap in New Jersey of about 20 miles where they're still finishing it because the rich people did not want to give up their land to the interstate, so they never built it. I have road maps to prove that they didn't. But now it might be finished this year or next year, I guess.
Eminent domain. There's no eminent. They override.
Not if you're rich. Not if you're rich. You can shut down a bridge if you're a governor and you want to get revenge on people.
Let's not go there.
Oh yeah, Fort Lee, the mayor of Fort Lee, New Jersey.
All right, now I gave this Jägermeister. I gave Jägermeister a 93 out of 100. It's good. It's most excellent, really, but it's a little bit peculiar. So you better be ready to deal with exotic flavors. What the hell?
Uh-oh, the Naked Jay. Yes, sir.
Big deal.
It's a big deal, y'all. Now we're gonna let James give his score.
Not much to say besides I'm going to give it a 90% out of 100. I think it's great tequila, but only because it's white. I'm going to give it a 90%. It's a great mixer tequila.
But that's a good start. That's a good start because they have a lot of expensive tequilas. So.
Yeah, as what is it? Single estate Blanco Corazon. Yeah, I think this would be outstanding in, like I said, tequila sunrises, frozen margaritas, and so 90%. I'm surprised Sazerac never built like 5-star hotel casino resort or something, called it
the buyout.
Sazerac Palace or something. The what?
The buyout.
The buyout. Oh man. Yeah, so well, for those that are on I-95 and you hit the Florida Keys and the only road is Route 1, be very careful because the speed limit will go drastically down. It'll go like within, like you can go from one key to the next and it'll drastically decline.
It happened to me, James, and unfortunately, before I left Jersey in 2000 and whatever, 6, yeah, when I moved back in 2005 and left in 2006, yeah, immediately it goes down quickly, and then you got to be careful because that's the way they're going to get you. Or 1 and 9, get that revenue from you.
in Mexico, in Baja, you know, on the dusty roads of Baja, when you approach the next town, which is more than down a ways from the desert, you have a speed bump that is very hard to see, very high. So if you maintain your higher speed and you hit that speed bump, you could damage your vehicle. And right next to the speed bump is a garage, a mechanic's garage, an auto body shop. Right next to the speed bump.
Wow.
Now,
who's this guy?
Oh
Who's
yeah,
that guy?
probably
Biden's
probably
brothers?
No,
I don't trust that. I don't trust that smile.
He looks like a car dealer smiling. Or
Like, hey, you can trust me.
See those barrels behind his
you must
head?
trust me. Would I do anything bad to you?
That is William Goldring, the owner of Sazerac.
That's William Goldring.
Hands in his pocket. Yeah, I'm gonna rip this guy off. That smile.
He should have a gold ring in his nose, babe. Now, William Goldring means, that smile means I am buying out the entire liquor industry.
He's got Myers' rum behind his head. He bought Myers' in 2016.
Oh God.
It would have surprised me. He doesn't. Hey, it wouldn't shock me. He probably doesn't drink liquor. You know.
Why, he's a teetotaler?
No, y'all wanted to know who owns Sazerac. There's the owner. Him and his wife are the owners.
Well, I'm surprised he's got Myers now. I mean, it's like, what's next? Everything, right?
The world is not enough, Manny. All right. Now we're going to go to Jean-Pierre. The world is not enough. Another
that movie. Yeah, that movie was not. What was it? Yeah, James Bond and Pierce Brosnan, Denise Richards, James Bond. Yeah, the only two James Bond. Only of the two the James Bonds that I like from Pierce Brosnan was GoldenEye and anyway.
That was Tony Montana's slogan. The world is not enough.
Yeah. The world is yours. Oh, anyway, for Rich Rare Reserve, I'm going to give it. I know Jay, you got to go. Yeah, I know Jay, you got to go. I'm going to give it 90 out of 100. First time having this. Like I said, I'm going to try to find a Rich Rare Reserve in the size. I doubt I will find it in this size, but where I go. But anyway, pretty good.
Would you buy the Rich and Rare again? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. It's not too bad. It's not a horrible product, I've had some other products that have been dirt cheap that really kind of put me in a very bad place, made me feel bad, like, but I can see myself drinking Rich and Rare again, So this isn't not a horrible product, Yeah, I was going to tell a story about Rich and Rare, but nah, it's too X-rated. But anyway, good night, everybody. It's been great having all of you enjoying the show.
Me and Ronald Theriot were having a private discussion. I won't go into detail. We were having a private discussion about dessert wines and something that I accidentally discovered that was extremely pleasing to the palate. And
you had a great idea, because I think it's time to do another dessert wine hangout, don't you think, Sean?
Yes, and I will be able to get one of the dessert wines, a port. You know, like I said, a lot of places I know I can get a port easily, or do a Moscato. Moscato is also viewed as a dessert wine. To me, I think it would be great with some hot wings. But yeah, let me know if we do a dessert wines. I will be down for it.
Moscato is good as a mosquito repellent. Moscato. No, I'm only kidding. You probably attract them all.
I got bit by a Moscato.
A Moscato. The dessert wines. The dessert wine I found, but I won't mention anything about it. But surprisingly, it had a higher alcohol content than even Taylor, which is 18%. And I will say the flavor was outstanding. It was really good. And it's probably it's probably loaded with antioxidants.
That would be a good product. That would be a good product to bring on Joker's Wild Wednesday coming up on April.
I'll probably get another bottle, because I liked it. I still have more. I liked it that much that I'm definitely
April 20th. Oh, Joker's Wild Wednesday, April 20th.
April 20th.
20th.
What? No, what Easter Sunday? What date is that?
April 17th.
Oh, wow. Delaware Memorial. The Delaware Bay is a big feeding ground for sharks, I heard. But it's a toll bridge.
Yeah, I've been, but only if you're going east. If you go west, there's no toll.
Well, it doesn't go north to south, Delaware Memorial Bridge?
Well, it goes like at an angle, you know.
Yeah. Because it was I-95. It diagonally goes from GW Bridge
to southwest. Yeah, it's like southwest to northeast. Yeah.
Right, and then it dips south. You'll pass after you get across the Delaware Bay. You'll see Wilmington, signs for Wilmington, so on and so forth. That's how we used to go to Maryland to stay with my aunt and uncle, because they lived on the Chesapeake Bay. They had a house, and they had their dock and their boats and everything. And they were from Baltimore, and that's how we used to go for many years. God rest their souls. The tiki bar they had out in the backyard, you would have loved. It's huge.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hang out with y'all further, but I got to get going. So I'm going to let James close this out with a musical accompaniment. We'll be back next Thursday.
Oh, Thundering Thursday goes so fast. All right, I'm going to play Waiting for the Robert E. Lee in honor of Ronald Theriot. Okay. That was invigorating.
That was awesome. All right, thanks everybody. Y'all take care now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm ready to eat
Come back, man.
smoked ham hocks and split pea Linda Blair soup with brown basmati rice.
Sounds like